Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here, and today we're going to do something a little different than what I normally do for my reviews. I'm used to doing Transformer reviews, as that's what I've been doing for the better part of a year and a half now, but due to the fact that I have them show up every so often in my videos and I also collect them, there has been some requests from my viewers to do a GoBot. So, we're going to take the time this weekend, while the UFO craze is still going big outside of Roswell, we're going to take a look at her GoBot, the GoBot counterpart to Cosmos, the Guardian GoBot Pathfinder. Pathfinder was released in 1984 as part of the initial wave of the GoBots, and she would also still be available to some degree in 1985. She would be totally discontinued out of the line by 1986 when the GoBot line was discontinued. Now, first thing you ought to notice with what I said is I've referred to Pathfinder as a she. Pathfinder was one of many female GoBots in the line. And as such, even though being female, Pathfinder was one of the more higher-ranked Guardian GoBots. In fact, in the original GoBot miniseries, it was Pathfinder who led the assault against the Renegade base on Gobatron. So, if any of you out there want to bash powerful females, you're going to have to answer to her and many of her friends and enemies. As there were quite a few female characters in the GoBot lineup. Especially with this one being the most famous. Hopefully she'll stand up. Probably. Oh yeah, one more. This certainly outnumbers all the attempts on the Transformer cartoon to bring in girls. Let's take a look at some of Pathfinder's articulation. And she did have some here at the head. You can roll her head back and forth a little bit, so you can kind of make her look like she's looking a little bit downward. Or more or less just straight ahead. She does have a joint at her shoulder. It does allow her arm to rotate all the way around. And she does have a joint here at her hips. So it does allow her legs to be positioned for doing some side kicks. Or even so far as to do a full splits. So in many ways she's a little bit better than her Transformer counterpart in that sense. Moving right along, we're going to convert her, not transform, convert her into her alternate mode. Start with, we fold the headpiece down over her face. Her arms are connected at the shoulder. They just fold back, like so. Try to keep them out of the central groove, because that's where her legs go. Sometimes you've got to wiggle the arms a little bit to allow the legs to get fully back up there. Then you'll flatten her shoulder plates against the bottom and connect the holes in her hands with the posts at her feet. And there's Pathfinder's alternate mode, a flying saucer, more of an oblong-shaped design than the more traditional saucer like Cosmos is. And unlike Cosmos, you can definitely see that Pathfinder has a pair of guns. But since she also has wheels, she can roll relatively good across the surface of this table. We'll bring Cosmos out here and see how well he rolls. And even with him having little plastic wheels, they're both doing about as good. So I guess neither of them has the advantage of being able to roll on a flat table. The only other surface we got here is the carpet underneath the table, so we're not even going to try that. Now, while I don't have a card backer for Pathfinder, it wouldn't have been much to show for you anyways. The GoBot line didn't give any sort of bios or whatever for their toys until the very end of the line. But there are sites on the internet that have shown that Tonka originally did plan to give some bios to their GoBot toys, but somewhere between conceptualizing them and putting them on the final product, it got nixed. Reading over it, it basically summed up the GoBots were going to basically be more of a cops and robbers kind of a dealie, instead of going militaristic, more so like they were shown in their cartoon as a way of competing with the Transformers. But in the original noted spec for Pathfinder indicated that she basically was an undercover officer, so I would guess that she probably has some sort of holo projectors inside her that would allow her to alter her appearance and come off as a different GoBot. Unfortunately, this was something that was never explored in the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, so it's more or less left to the realms of our imaginations. Now we'll get down to my final thoughts. What do I think of Pathfinder? Pathfinder's a great character and a great little toy. I've never once had any issues excuse me, with her being a female character. Yikes. And that's what you get for cheap stands. Cheap tripods, folks. Good thing my hands are good on catching. Better duck. It's any of them that are sexist out there. Pathfinder is an interesting little character. I always loved the fact that she was basically one that was left in charge and was more than capable of leading assaults onto enemy bases. As a toy, she's a little bit more interesting than Cosmos in the sense that I like her colors a little bit better, and the fact that she is obviously armed with weaponry. She does have better articulation than Cosmos, but the things that work against her is the fact that very little is known of the GoBots in the lore in general, due to the fact that the old tech spec that would have been available for her doesn't really match up with what we were given in the cartoon, so you basically have two different versions and not enough to go on for either one. And that's my review of the Guardian GoBot Pathfinder. If you like this video, please thumbs up it here on YouTube, hit the subscribe button down below, and please do share your thoughts and comments down below. Let me know if you want me to review some more GoBots, or if you want me to just stick with the Transformers. Give me your thoughts so I have some ideas to what you'd like. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.